Devin Alexander. Cocktail parties can be one of the biggest obstacles to a healthy lifestyle, but they don't have to be. I'm going to show you some strategies for some guilt-free fun. One of my biggest tips is to eat before you go. It might sound odd, but when you realize that 3 or 4 of these tiny little appetizers can be the equivalent of eating an entire meal, you realize how important that can be. I sometimes recommend eating a frozen nutritional meal or a bar. That way, again, when you get to the party, you'll be thinking with your brain, not your stomach. You can scope out the room and see what you're really going to enjoy. Have a few pieces of that and then be finished. Don't eat half of a plate. Now, when it comes to veggies, of course, indulge all you want. Just be mindful of the dip. When it comes to cheese and crackers, don't overindulge in those either. Those calories add up fast, especially if you're going for buttery crackers. And then one of the things that I love to do is always take an appetizer myself. That way, even if everything else is deep fried or just full of carbs, you have one thing that you can eat. So I'm gonna make my crab cakes. Basically, these are much healthier than the traditional crab cakes because I use low-fat mayonnaise, but then I don't stop there. I season it so it tastes really good with some jalapenos. I use the red ones because they're not quite as hot and spicy. A little bit of horseradish, some Worcestershire, some fresh parsley gives it nice flavor, and then plenty of onions. Never go wrong with onions. And then I just mix this up, and then I bread them in whole wheat panko breadcrumbs. The whole wheat panko adds some fiber, and in case you're not familiar with them, they're a Japanese breadcrumb that are becoming more and more popular. And then I mist them with a bit of olive oil spray and just bake them. They'll taste like they're fried, but they're not really. 3 of my crab cakes, along with a ½ tablespoon of my homemade tartar sauce, have only 187 calories and 6 grams of fat. If you were to have the same size serving of traditional crab cakes, they would have about 362 calories and 23 grams of fat, a huge savings. Now, if you're like me and you like to be nibbling throughout the party, a great strategy is to grab a candy cane. An entire candy cane has only 55 calories, and obviously it's going to take you a long time to eat. When it comes to alcoholic beverages, they're certainly not off limits, but you do want to be mindful because they are empty calories. So, as you can see, you can still enjoy the party and live a healthy lifestyle. I'm Devin Alexander for Healthy Kitchen.